is?
Well, to me, it's like because in the U.S., at least, I have no idea what the stats are here, but I think when men get money, they want a pretty little skinny thing.
At the bottom. I'm very strong. I have a lot going for myself. I am a catch. I bring the whole table. I'm not bowing down. I don't feel like,
This ain't a rap song, it's red pure rage. This ain't a rap song, it's red pure rage.
Nigga,
There used to be a time that fairy tales were true.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button so you can get the videos as soon as I put them out. If you're looking for the music to the intro and you want the link to the second channel, both are below in the description. But can you do me a favor, hit the notifications button right now. Alright guys, I got about 4 videos for you today. The first video is going to be just purely things have a discussion. Why so many BMs go outside of their race. The next video is going to be an independent woman wondering why men do not want them, and even other girls around her will be breaking down to her why men do not want strong, independent women. Next video, we're going to have cruise season, and they're going to be asking a set of females saying, hey, are you willing to chase a man the same way that you want a man to chase you when you come across a valuable man? And that's a good question that a lot of women need to answer, because a lot of women want treatment from a man that they're not willing to give. So this is going to be one that you definitely want to watch as well. In the next video, it's going to be a comedian that's going to be breaking down the double standards between men and women. And I think that this is going to be a funny clip that makes a lot of sense whenever it does come to double standards. Now, let's get to the first video. It's going to be why so many BMs date outside of their race. And I think that this is going to be one of those videos that pretty much most of you BMs can already answer. Let's get to it.
I think it's a racing.
Okay, I could tell you the stats in the U.S., it's like 85% of black men date in their race, but it goes up to 30% date out when they make over a certain amount of money.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You see them NFL stars always.
Yeah. So it's like if they make a certain amount of money, it ups to 30%.
Why do you think that is?
Well, to me, it's like because in the U.S., at least, I have no idea what the stats are here, but I think when men get money, they want a pretty little skinny thing. And like they want the hot chick. And statistically, black women in the U.S. are more obese than other races. So like to me, it's just more of them aren't in shape.
You don't think it's a racing? You think it may be a shape thing?
Yeah.
All right, I definitely like her commentary, but this is probably going to be the first one that I disagree and agree with. I think that most men that achieve success go over to the other side because they're more submissive, not necessarily because of their shape and size, because a lot of these guys that are going over to the other side, they're not getting skinny women. They're getting big booty women just like they was in the community. It's that simple. And I think that a lot of these guys end up going to Latino women whenever they get the money. Some go over to the Caucasian side, but they still don't be ending up with sticks and bones. It has to deal with a submissive side. When a man gets money, he is working so hard every single day that he starts to pay attention to what's getting on his nerves and what's not getting on his nerves. When you start getting up over 100K a year, you have to be focused on your job, even on your off day. So you don't need any distractions. One thing about B-dubs, they're going to give you a headache no matter what because they don't know how to build. So the more successful that a BM becomes, the more combative a B-dub's going to be because she cannot handle a successful BM. Black men is just that simple. That's what's going on in the community. Because if a black man can actually make it without meeting black women that are combative, you'll have more married black women. But black women are hard to marry because they don't know how to handle a successful black man and they don't want to be controlled by him. At least that's how they feel, but it's called just letting him be a man in the relationship. Next video is going to be a woman claiming she's independent but can't get a man, and the other girls are going to be breaking it down to her. Let's get to it.
All right, ladies, how y'all feel about the brunch today? I wanted to know more so why I was at the bottom. I'm very strong. I have a lot going for myself. I am a catch. I bring the whole table. I'm not bowing down. I don't feel like, you have to cater to a man and because I'm older. Girl, what? Why should I treat a man like he's a prize when I pay my own bills? Okay.
You can't have this you don't need a man mentality and then expect a man to want you.
It's about my role as a woman. I was made to be a helpmate. My role to be a helpmate. You came up, he ain't no king. Y'all over here serving him. Sweetheart, excuse me, let me finish. I wanted to know more so why I was at the bottom.
See, this is what you have to understand whenever it comes to these strong, independent women. That's the downfall with women. Is that they are actually trying to become the man that they want. That's what women are doing. They're becoming the man that they want. You think women are saying, all right, I want to go try to be a construction driver today. Whenever you see a woman trying to go do a man's job, that's the kind of guy that she actually wants to be with. You can tell by the cars that they drive. When you look at a woman's car, that would tell you what type of man she's looking for. The more rugged the car is, the more rugged of a man she's looking for. The more simple the car is, the more simple of a man she's looking for. That's what you guys have to understand whenever it comes to women. A lot of these strong, independent women, they're just getting a whole bunch of material things. They're trying to win men over with material things, with accomplishments. The same way a lot of guys in relationships, you're trying to win women over with accomplishments. It's like if there's no chemistry in the relationship, you guys always fall back to the financial. Oh, I got the money, I got the status, I got that. But do you have chemistry? A lot of independent women do not have chemistry because they don't have a mindset that's open. They become narcissists in order to make it. That's why men don't want independent women. It's not that you can't defend for yourself. It's just that once you stamp the word independent woman on it, then you put yourself at a higher status in life that makes you combative to a man who is not higher than you, because the level that you place yourself on is higher than the ones that the simps have put you on. Being an independent woman is actually a curse. The next video is going to be cruise season. I like watching this channel. They always have a lot of content in these little clippings. This clip is going to be as a woman willing to chase a man of value the same way that she wants a man to chase her. Let's get to it.
No, wow.
So you don't think you should compete for that man?
No, why are we competing for the men?
I have no issue with women having those standards.
Right.
But are you willing to compete with the 90+% of women that also want that same man? Why should he pick you?
Why? Right.
No, I'm asking. Why should he? Every 90% of the women said that same thing. Why should he? What qualities will make him?
90% of the women is not me.
I can respect that, but you got to tell me the qualities that you have.
Okay.
Because you said I'm me. So
Right.
I'm me stands for something that a man is like, oh, she her.
And they're absolutely right. See, women think you're supposed to chase them because you want the cat. They know you want the cat. That's what a lot of guys have to understand. Women are like, it really don't matter what I'm doing. At the end of the day, you're just gonna want the cat. So when it comes down to why a woman wouldn't chase a man, it's because the man wants the cat more than she wants the man. When it's all said and done, it has nothing to do with entitlement. Why? Because you have to understand, there are hundreds of guys complimenting her every day, and there's no woman complimenting you as a man. There's not many women complimenting you, but every day that a woman walks down the street, there's a guy that's ready to sleep with her at any given moment. It doesn't work the other way around. So women's subconscious mind says that a man has to chase me because he's technically only chasing the cat because he doesn't know me. How? You give too many compliments without knowing her last name. You tell her she's things that you haven't even sat down to have a conversation about. You're telling women any and everything to try to win them over with words without getting to know them, so they already know you just want the cat. So when you stop chasing the cat, that makes a woman feel like she has to show you who she is psychologically to win you over, because you're not looking at her physically trying to chase the cat. So women subconsciously are only going to chase the guy who's not chasing them, because that's the guy that's not giving her value, that he wants the cat. Everything comes down to the cat and mouse chase whenever it's dealing with relationships between man and woman. The moment you stop chasing the cat is the moment the cat starts chasing you. Next video is going to be a comedian breaking down the double standards. And I put this in there because he's absolutely right. That's how it is in the game. Women can say things to men that men cannot say to women, because it's going to be viewed differently. That's why when women start screaming for equal rights, it's like, where are you screaming? Like, where are we equal at? Like, what level do you want to be equal on? Because we already know the dynamics of equal pay. We already know that men are going to take more risk in life. They're going to work harder jobs. So where are we equal at? We're not equal with anything. And I think that this is a good breakdown as to how life is viewed. Women view life a certain way and men view life a certain way. When men start viewing life the same way as women, you have a tendency to go backwards. But when women start viewing life the same way as men, they have a tendency to be more successful. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.